first at all, I want to thank you for your time. It's a really honor and pleasure to have the Ross brothers here, and I think you are my favorite couple of artists. I wonder who is the evil one, the evil brother one. What do you think?
How would you answer that?
It's probably me.
Yeah, I mean, we started doing this when we were little kids with just a video camera in the backyard. So, kind of been doing it our whole life, and it doesn't mean we don't disagree, but we can work through it pretty good. But we both do everything, from producing to editing and everything in between. So,
Whatever needs to happen, one of us can get it done.
yeah.
Okay.
We
Usually.
share the workload, and it's in different measures for each project. But we have a common goal. So even if we approach it from different angles, or have different ideas about how to get there, we get there together.
Yeah, I mean, I think our movies are at their best when we're receiving, rather than dictating what is going on. Like if there's magic in our movies, it's because the people we're with have done, brought something of themselves to the films, and not something that we wrote or.
Realism a little more maybe than reality. We try to keep it a living thing, and that's why the process exists that way. We aren't showing up with something that just needs to replicate a dead thing. We're showing up with ideas that lead to living situations and surprises, and so every step of the journey is a living thing. And even in the edit here now, Like
Yeah, we're still making up the story in the edit that we're currently working on. It's always the way it goes. It's like editing's just another form of writing. Yeah, I mean, I think we try to populate our films with people that we really love, and I don't think it's like absolutely necessary to know them ahead of time. I think relationships can happen pretty quickly sometimes, but there's always like a genuine like curiosity and appreciation for the people that we're filming with. That we want to be around them, and we're curious to know more about them,
and they're also investing in us. That's a two-way street. For someone to come on board and want to play and want to go there and bring a lot of themselves to it, that's extremely honorable, So we have to take care of those people, and I wouldn't do that with just anybody.
I think cinema needs to show this too.
I agree.
Maybe we are obsessed with movie stars or film stars and great movies and big movies, and humanity lives in your kind of films and not in the bigger ones.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. This is why we explore. This is why we make movies. This is why we create these little empathy theaters, so that we can go and spend time with people and try to collectively understand each other. America's a strange place. So there are so many different lives in America.
And it's filled with great people. It's just unfortunate that the worst of us grab all the attention. And we try to celebrate what's good around us. And, there's a lot of great people in the U.S., and we're governed by psychopaths. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
We didn't come from a perfect place, but we come from a place that we love. That place made us. And so it was important in that first film to go there and try to understand how it made us and how it is reflected in us, and try to reflect it back a little bit. That one was a huge catharsis, like where did we come from? What are these feelings of nostalgia that we have for place? What are the realities of that? What are the things that we felt held us back? And yet, here we are coming back to it. To be able to process that and understand it a bit and show it as affectionately as possible. I don't think we could have gone on to do other things without doing that first.
Mm-hmm.
I think a good lesson that we learned along the way is if you're going into somebody else's space, you know, say, walk into a town that isn't yours, a place you don't know, sit down at the bar, you shouldn't be the first one to speak. You should probably listen for a little while. And when somebody starts asking you questions, you go from there. And I think that's a lifestyle thing, and then, you know, it permeates the movies. So like, let's watch and listen a little bit first. And I think so much of the problems in our country right now are about people not listening to each other, and it's even more pertinent now. The idea was to put people from different walks of life in a space and give them that opportunity. Everybody's going through some sort of grieving process. Might as well do it together and hear them out.
Yeah, I think one of the greatest lessons I've learned about creativity and being an artist was we made a film with David Byrne, and he's the most curious person I've ever met. I guess I mean that in both ways. What's that? How did you do that? What?
He never lost the wonder.
Yeah, he's just always so
awesome.
Curious and to stay. I just feel like your spirit stays alive if you're constantly curious.
Yeah, not becoming callous or jaded.
Yeah,
I think the films help us with that. My daughter always helps me with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's difficult, but it is playful. I mean, like specifically with Gasoline Rainbow, Billy and I took that trip 2 or 3 times before we ever brought the cast on it. We met the people along the way. We found the locations by being those kids, and then having them explore it, us knowing that world and having explored it with that curiosity to see what might spark theirs, so that because we are doing something, we are doing that game, we know where the cameras want to be, we know where the moments might be, to think ahead a little bit to where those places are.
Yeah, and I, you know, we're political in the sense that, like, of who we are deciding to spend time with, what we're honoring, and a lot of that's, you know, community and not the game show that our American the American political climate is at the moment.
Bloody Nose Empty Pockets, we shot the majority of that the day after Trump was elected the first time. Everybody in America was feeling some sort of way in all directions, and saying that's neither good nor bad, but we are all talking about something. So without talking about that thing, what are we all saying to each other? Where are we at emotionally, psychically, spiritually? What is that? Well, that's a portrait of who we are right now, not the headline. We are all representatives of this moment, and in America, we are all Americans, whether people like it or not, you know. Even some Americans are questioning who's American right now, and there's a lot going on. We should probably listen, look at each other, you know, figure out what the hell's going on, because it all feeds upwards. So I guess if we're political, that's it.
Okay, I think it's a beautiful ending. So
Cool, thank you.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Welcome to Barcelona, and I wish you stay. You have a nice stay and
Thank you.
Great visit, and welcome.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
your time and for
Yeah.
having us. I appreciate you, man.